Hello, welcome back to We Are City Chance from our FL25 Master League here, where we did lose 2-0 to Liverpool in the last one, which means, as you can see in the Premier League table, Liverpool are 5 points behind us and we're level on points with Arsenal. Today's episode will kick off with a game away at Villa Park against Villa, who are not doing very well at all this season, down in 14th place. Then it's Newcastle at home, a side in 4th position, pushing Liverpool in for that top 4 finish alongside Brighton, Chelsea, even Burnley, Forest and Leeds up there. And then we'll end the episode with a game away to newly promoted Sunderland. They've dropped out right down towards the bottom of the table, away at the Stadium of Light, a side back in the Premier League and a side that we will do everything to try and beat. Well, Ryan Cherki and Savinho both unfortunately carrying injuries after the Liverpool game, so they both drop out of the squad for this game. In goal starts James Trafford, it's Van der Sar, Diaz, Ake and Ike Nuri City's back four. Nico in the midfield for Roger, who's out of condition at the moment, alongside captain Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden in front with Oscar on the right, Marmoush on the left and Erling Haaland through the middle. And interestingly enough, Maha Carrizo is on the bench for Manchester City. He could make his debut away at Villa Park. He fills in for those players who are not quite fit. As for the opposition, they go with Emilio Martinez in goal. It's Konsa, Ozcan, Torres and Madsen in their back four here. In the midfield, they go with attacking midfield really, because Alexis Asensio's in central midfield. Captain Belwaku Kamara alongside him. Noah Nana, he is on the bench. It's then Tillman's in front. On the left, Jacob Ramsey. Nicholas Jackson signed from Chelsea through the middle. And Reynoso on the right-hand side, ahead of Morgan Rogers, ahead of, Leon Bailey, John McGinn, Daniel Marlin. And they have made a sign as well. Christo's coming in, new left back, as Gabriel Piriani as well for this Unai Emery side. But that starting 11, they lost a few key players. I feel Villa lost Ollie Watkins, didn't they, in the summer. And you can see that by that starting 11 that they aren't so strong. We've beat them already once this season, I think, and they'll look to do it, of course, again. Villa Park awaits Manchester City as rival, a side that are top of the Premier League table against a side down in around, I think, 13th, 14th. They haven't had a good season under Unai Emery, which is a surprise really because he's a very good manager, but he hasn't been helped really at all by the form of the players and the transfers that happened in the transfer window. I mean, Nicholas Jackson comes in as their striker to replace Ollie Watkins, but I think they lost quite a few big players. And I don't know what quite was going on with Morgan Rogers. He's not in the starting 11 for Villa, which is a surprise as well because he's probably their best player looking at that side, in which we didn't quite perform the way we expected to in most of the games. And this Phil Foden. They space out wide there for Omar Marmoush. He's been found. And Omar Marmoush shot is blocked. Pau Torres is there and cleared away. We obviously know that the injuries can come thick and fast for Nathan Ake. We've been quite lucky with injuries so far this season. I mean, I know Savinho and Cherki are currently out. Ake with a terrible pass here. City in big trouble and Jackson's through. And Nicholas Jackson, a big save by James Trafford. That's what you want to see. Your goalkeeper saving you one-on-one situations. Massive mistake by Nathan Ake. Through goes Nicholas Jackson. But James Trafford, the outstretched left leg. Massive save by a player we think can be England's #1 pretty soon. And we should be beating Villa the form they are in. Oh, flick on here towards a Villa player. A big save by James Trafford. To Foden. Brilliant by Phil Foden. Nico. Van der Sar. Van der Sar goes for goal here. Big save by Emi Martinez. Marmoush keeps it. Foden. Ike Nuri. Foden. Clips one in. Haaland and the volley here. Brilliant goal by Manchester City. On the stroke of half-time, Erling Haaland gets his goal to put us in the lead. And a fantastic assist by Phil Foden. That sort of shallow ball into the front of Erling Haaland, who takes a touch and puts it in the back of the net. Really nice, really good finish. And City have the lead at Villa Park. Well, it's been coming, it feels like. Look at this one from Phil Foden. What a nice ball in. Take by Haaland, and what a finish that is. Very, very impressive. Right, Nuri heads it down towards Diaz, and City back in control again. Back to base, back to starting again. Nico. He's in behind me outside the boot here to Bob, who takes it so well here. Oscar Bob into the far post of Marmoush, and Villa get away with that. Here he is again, Bob. Foden. Marmoush clattered into. Haaland. Ike Nuri. Across the box. Oscar Bob is waiting. 2-0 Manchester City. Really good football. It's Oscar Bob, who could be a starter on that right-hand side. He really is playing himself into the City starting 11. I think, you know, obviously, the way we've played the formation we've played this year, Cherky and Foden have shared that role as well at times with Bob and Savinho. Well, there he is at the far post. Heavily involved. He works it wide. Foden works it wide to Marmoush, who works it into Haaland, into right near it, across the box to Oscar Bob, who has a tapping at that far post. Ake's there again. Nathan Ake, I have to say, he's been brilliant so far today. That one mistake. Oh, he's done it again. And Villa do score. Nathan Ake, I'm praising him and he goes and does that. On the ball, his issues lie, Nathan Ake. Same again. Gives it away. Jackson plays in Tillemans 2-1. And the game, which looked beyond Villa, he's now back. And Daniel Mallon comes on for Jackson now. He's over this one. Marmoush! Save over the bar by Emi Martinez. Tipped over by the Argentinian. I think he could have hit the crossbar. Corner ball like Neri over it. In. Howell attacks it off the post. Bob back in. Howell attacks it again. Back out to White Neri. Foden. White Neri. Foden with a chance here off the post again. Should be 3 or 4. City at that post twice in a row. Straight to Haaland. Marmoush. Haaland back through to Marmoush here. Omar Marmoush, great save of the keeper. Far post to Oscar Bob. I think we should be letting the game go by. Oh, flicks it on. Oh, Ake beaten by Tillemans. In behind towards Marlon here, and there you go. That's what happens when Manchester City make mistakes like that. Aston Villa make it 2-2. And we have thrown away a lead here in unforgivable circumstances. At the death. And Arsenal and Liverpool surely now will take us on the title race. Villa 1, Manchester City 1. Full-time whistle goes. That is crushing for Pep Guardiola's side, who've hit a really difficult patch here. We were in full control of our Premier League lead. That has completely changed now with City with that 2-2 draw with Villa. Last-minute goal by Daniel Mallon. But there's still more twists and turns in this title race just yet. The current holders Liverpool beat Brighton by 3-1. However, second place Arsenal lose 1-0 to West Ham United, meaning we're 1 point clear of Arsenal. It just means Liverpool are even closer now. And look at this title race. Liverpool 52, Arsenal 54, Manchester City 55. 3 points separates us and Liverpool, and 1 point separates us and Arsenal. This title race is going to be an exciting one. We knew it'd be tight. Chelsea are coming up as well. I don't think they'll get in there, but this could be a very exciting title race for one, a historic one, a 3-horse race. We've got to put that disappointing result against Aston Villa behind us. Up next, we have got Newcastle United at home. Trafford will start in goal. It's Fanderson, Kusanov, Vardiol and Aitnuri that back four. Captain Rodri partners Tijani, Ryan is the midfield two with Ryan Cherky back from injury in front now. Foden's picked up a knock for the last one, so he misses out. Bob on the right, Docky on the left, Savinho is back as well on the bench. Haaland through the middle. As for Newcastle, it's Dubravka in goal. Livramento, Jamal Lascelles captain the side alongside Fabian Schär and Lewis Hall in the back four. Tonali, Guimaraes and Joe into the midfield three. It's Alanga, Gordon, and they beat Man United to Benjamin Sesko's signature in this one. He starts up top. They've also brought in Quenda from Chelsea on loan, I think, till the end of the season. He wasn't getting games there. He signed from Sporting, of course. The Sarsi's coming from Chelsea. Scalvini's come in. Johan Visser as well. Lots of teams making changes in the team. But this City side should beat this Newcastle side. I think the issues certainly lie in that very physical, very powerful engine room. Tonali, Joelinton, Guimaraes. Keep that midfield quiet. I think we'll be fine because they can play those through balls to Alanga, Gordon and Sesko, who are incredibly quick up top. So players wait in the tunnel here at the Etihad to come out to face Newcastle United. City have had a pretty poor month of January going into the new year. This is the final game of the new year anyway in January with Manchester City playing on deadline day against Newcastle United today. We're hoping that we can get the win again. We can get back to winning ways. We were poor against Villa really defensively issues seem to lie there. So Vardy and Kusanov partner again, which hopefully does help. This Newcastle United side with really strong players in there, the likes of Tonali, Guimaraes and Jolinton, that midfield we've named. The midfield is great. The fullbacks, Livramento and Lewis Hall, players that City would be interested in themselves. Here we go at the Etihad today. Towards Doku, poor pass by the Frenchman who started this game a little bit slow. Vardy straight in along, aggressive, wins it. Plays Doku. Plays Haaland. Away from Tonali. Erling Haaland at the near post. Puts it past Dubravka. Gives City the lead at the Etihad. Well, on the counter there, Haaland scores again. And it was Jeremy Doku. We just hit them really quick. Tonali's dropping sort of very deep for Newcastle here. That ball through to Doku, past Lascelles, through to Haaland. This one touch takes it away from Tonali. Dubravka comes, so Haaland hits it hard and low at that near post. Dubravka's expecting to go across the goalkeeper. So the Newcastle players. But you know Erling Haaland is a natural finisher. Great finish. Great finish. Really clever play. Right, Nuri's clattered into in the box. Still wins it back. Vanderson. That wide to Doku. Takes it. Doku. Doku blocked away by Lascelles. Behind for another corner for City, and City are pushing now. Rodri into a wide area. Back out to Vanderson. Rodri. Vanderson. Across the box. Haaland's waiting! 2-0 Manchester City, and Haaland's got a double today. Good play by City. Pep Guardiola is impressed. That's more like it. Haaland gambles across the near post. Fullback Vanderson, who's been a really good sign in the Brazilian. Found by Erling Haaland, makes it 2-0. But yeah, Vanderson's been great. Vanderson's been really, really good. From the set piece here. But a 1-2, Rodri by Vanderson. In behind he goes. Across the box. Haaland tapping at that near post, 2-0. To Aït-Nouri. Back to Doku. Doku. Doku! Blocked away and behind for a corner. Thought Jeremy Doku was going to make it 3 there. He stood off him. Aït-Nouri in the corner. And towards Oscar Bob again, unfortunately. Rodri spanks one towards the goalkeeper. Good save. And away by Tonali. Livramento. Nice ball into Guimaraes there. We've got fouls going in here, there and everywhere from Bernardo, from Rodri, whoever. Free kick Newcastle. Interesting defensive line from City here. Tonali in. Kusanov. There, another silly goal conceded by City. I mean, our defensive record was so good. Kusanov heads that back to his goalkeeper Traff, but it's into the bottom corner. Into Haaland. Flicks it onto Marmoush. Oh, it falls to Oscar Bob. Bob still keeps it. Wide towards Vanderson. In towards Haaland for the hat-trick. Cleared away. And by Tonali towards Aït-Nouri. Doku. Aït-Nouri. Cross the box. Saved by Dubravka. Away by Lascelles. Only as far as Rodri. City keep pushing it. Oscar Bob. Aït-Nouri. Cross comes in. Blocked away. Doku, and he's offside here. Jeremy Doku. Livramento. Could be another Aston Villa situation here. Vardy all down towards Aït-Nouri. Rodri. Wide to Jeremy Doku, who's in acres of space here. Doku. And through to Erling Haaland here. And the touch by Haaland is absolutely terrible. Oh, Doku goes and nicks it back here. Into Marmoush. And Omar Marmoush makes it 3-1. There you go. Game over. Game, set and match. And Omar Marmoush is the one to kill it off. Haaland's touch here is so poor to Lascelles, but he picks up and clears it straight to Jeremy Doku. Nice touch here. In towards Marmoush. One touch takes it away from him. Off the post and in. No stopping that one. On his weaker left foot. Wissa. Across here to Joe Willock. Trafford comes. It's a completely open goal. It's 3-2. Anthony Gordon. And I tell you what, our defence is really bad at the moment. I mean, we're going to get 3 points here today. So, okay. But the performances by Manchester City, defensively in recent games, have been really poor. I mean, 2 goals conceded again today. We had the best defensive record in the Premier League. That is certainly going to change now. Full time, a 3-2 win. 3 points is what matters, but I am worried about that defensive performance again. There was a Merseyside derby that Liverpool came out 3-0 winners in, and Arsenal do beat Tottenham in a North London derby as well by 1-0. So it still looks the same at the top of the table. City 58, 1 point ahead of second placed Arsenal, and a few points ahead of third placed Liverpool. But there's still one game remaining in today's episode. We go away to Stadium Light to face relegation threatened 19th place Sunderland. This is signed for Sunderland today. Unfortunately, Jeremy Doku's picked up an injury again. So James Trafford starts the goal. It's Nunez, Diaz, Vardiol, and Nico Riley, in the back line. He starts there today to number 33. It is Reinders and Rodri in the midfield too, with Marmoush, Foden and Savinho in front. Haaland through the middle now, 92 rated. On the bench we've got the usual suspects. Rico Lewis in really good form, so I'd like to get him into the game at some point. Maha Carrizo also on the bench. He could make his City debut today, dependent on the result. As for them, Anthony Patterson doesn't start. Surprisingly, Luca Nines is at right back. They've got Ronaldo at left back as well, who's captain of the side. Lafitte and Granit Xhaka in the midfield too. Patrick Roberts, former City man, at right hand side. No Adingra, no Chris Rigg, no Callum Doyle. Interesting options there from the way they line up. That midfield is quite good. I mean, Xhaka, very good player. I think we should be winning here with no problems at all against Sunderland. Before we end the episode here, it's the Stadium of Light. Newly promoted Sunderland down in the relegation positions. They spent heavy this summer to try and stay up, as did Leeds United and as did the other promoted side, which for some reason has just completely washed from my memory. But Burnley, of course. But Burnley and Leeds are right up there, aren't they? Round the top 10, actually, in the top half of the table. Sunderland down near the bottom, struggling and looking like they could be relegated this season. Start could be off Nunez. Bart. Rodri the tackle in the box here. And forward to Marmoush, and City could counter here. Marmoush. Phil Foden. Foden. Marmoush. Haaland. Foden. Lifts it. Marmoush on the volley! Oh, what a goal that is! Oh my word, what a finish! What a ball! And what a finish by Omar Marmoush! Well, Sunderland had all the ball in the opening 5 minutes. You're thinking, okay, there's something about this Sunderland side. Then City pounced the other way. What a bit of football this is. What a lift by Phil Foden. And what a spectacular finish by Omar Marmoush, who finds the inside far post with this diving attempt on the volley. Wow. What a goal by Omar Marmoush. Manchester City make it one. What a start that is. Fantastic by Marmoush. Nunez and back towards Diaz. It's a great pass through the line by Ruben Diaz. Phil Foden. Marmoush. Haaland. Back in behind to Marmoush again, who's there. And Omar Marmoush makes it two. A double at the Stadium of Light for Omar Marmoush, who is on fire here. Brilliant goal. 2-0 in 15 minutes to Manchester City. Foden into Haaland. Onto Marmoush. Haaland goes over the top. Marmoush gets there off the hand of the Sunderland player. Did they play advantage? They must do. I'm sure it comes off the hand of the Sunderland player. We see it a little bit more clearer here in slow motion. Oh, it doesn't. It takes the head of Marmoush. The defender just doesn't read it. Good flick by Haaland. Marmoush slides it into the bottom corner. 2-0 City. Come on. Marmoush. Reinders. Savinho. Marmoush. Savinho. Oh, can't find anyone. Sunderland bring it the other way. City looked like they had a bit of a counter-attacking opportunity there. Patrick Roberts. Vardiol steps out brilliantly. Vardiol through the middle to Haaland. Big trouble for the opposition. Haaland. Marmoush the tap in. Haaland unselfishly gives Erling Cowan unselfishly gives Marmoush the hat-trick. Hat-trick for Omar Marmoush. 3-0 Manchester City. Vardiol here. What a tackle. That is so strong in the tackle. Through to Haaland. Cross to Marmoush. Rolls it under the keeper for 3-0. Hat-trick for Omar Marmoush in the first half. City 3, Sunderland 0. Can't get the foot in. Chance again here. Diaz on the block. Can't make the block. Trafford with a save. Well, Sunderland's still in this. We need to get hold of this game here. Nunez poor. Sliding challenge on Nunez. They get past him. And the idea is to make the opposition work here. City have struggled at doing that. But we scored 3 goals and pounced in the opportunities. Good win by O'Reilly. Here's another opportunity. Marmoush. Savinho. Savinho! Great save by the keeper. Rodri. Foden. Reinders. Cut them open again here. Reinders. Haaland takes it around the corner here. Well, you think Erling Haaland will be stronger, but he's not. He has wins header down to Nunez. Oh, City making so many bad mistakes here. Well, Raya looks absolutely dead. So tired. Far post ball. Ruben Diaz across again in the box. Well played. Been a very transitional game. We're lucky to be 3-0 up here because the performance has been really poor. Roger with a sliding challenge. Marmoush is there again. Oh, Marmoush is off again. He's the only energetic player here, Marmoush. He's off. Marmoush. Howling for a chance to make his goal. Marmoush makes it 4-0. But I tell you what, we haven't been good today. But we've been lethal in situations when we've needed to be. This time Marmoush goes through. There's so much space in that Sunderland midfield in front of that back line that gives us that space, backtracking. 5 changes now in a debut for Maher Karith, though. Number 28 he wears. Signed in January. Chances I will go out on loan next season. An opportunity for the young Argentinian to impress. Foden. Wide to Yuri. Back to Phil Foden here. Foden balloons it over the bar. I caught that all wrong there. Way too much power. Just get a bit of a feel for the field of Manchester City, and that is full time. A 4-0 win, we end the episode. An Omar Marmoush hat-trick and Erling Haaland goal. Keeps us on 3 points, and we beat Sunderland. Thank you for watching. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll keep going with this series. We are going to be doing a season 2, I believe. Hopefully, though, despite being out of the FA Cup, we can still win the Premier League and the Champions League, which I think the Champions League action, the knockout stage is coming pretty soon. We'll see you guys next time. But before we go, just enjoy this goal by Marmoush. What a finish that was.